Steinberg, legendary company of the audio industry. Founded in 1984, Steinberg has given the world some of the most groundbreaking tools, technologies, and software the world has ever seen. And now, in 2024, Steinberg is still at it, giving the world yet another glorious piece of software, and this time it's free. Yes, that's right, free. Introducing Extreme. Extreme is a spectral synthesizer that transforms your sample into a colorful spectrum of sounds. Stretch the playback of samples, loops, or even whole tracks to extreme lengths and create ethereal, dreamy soundscapes and textures. Extreme uses spectral synthesis to generate an infinite amount of new sounds from ordinary samples. Time stretching, pitch shifting, blur frequencies, increase the purity, these are all possible with Extreme. So in today's video, we're going to take a look at Extreme and find out what it can do and what it's all about, so you can best utilize this amazing new free plugin in your own music and add these techniques to your own productions. So before we start, I'd like to thank Steinberg for sponsoring today's video, and I'm happy to announce that Extreme is available right now, and I'll leave the download link in the description. One more thing, make sure you smash that like button on the way in, get subscribed, and get ready, because we're about to do some extreme time stretching with Extreme. So in today's video, we're going to explore Extreme, Steinberg's brand new spectral synthesizing, time stretching granular synthesizer. When I first heard Extreme was free, I couldn't believe it. I mean, this is an extremely powerful plugin, and the fact that it's free just blows my mind. So in today's video, we're going to explore this plugin, and I'm going to go over all the controls and show you how to best utilize this plugin in your own productions. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I think the way that most people are going to approach Extreme is by using Halion Sonic 7. Halion Sonic 7 is Halion 7's little brother, basically, right? It's a free plugin that allows you to run Extreme. So what we're going to do is grab Halion Sonic 7 and drop it in our first track. And if you have Halion Sonic 7 installed and Extreme installed, you're good to go, okay? So come down here at the bottom, you'll find Extreme. You can click on it once and it'll open up the programs menu. Now here's a pro tip for you. If you want to find the init preset, like a default preset, what you have to do is come over here and hover over this menu. It says preset type, click on it once and select all presets. And then if you scroll down, now you'll find the init Extreme preset here, and that's your default preset. You can go ahead and double click that and it opens up Extreme. Now I can go ahead and press a key here, right? It comes loaded with a sample. This is the Cybot Atmo, right? However, with Halion Sonic 7 and now Halion 7 native, you can now drag and drop your own samples right into Extreme. All right, so what we can do is just drag it in from your desktop or your browser or something. So let's go down here and we'll find a sample that I recorded myself on my Hydra synth. It's called Orbital Tone, and we'll just drag it and drop it right here on the spectral menu. And as you can hear, now we have our own sample. So your whole library is fair game. Whatever sample you have on your hard drive, you can load it up into Extreme. Now let's design something with Extreme. Extreme is monophonic, meaning one key, one note. However, there's other features in here like multi-timbrality inside of Halion Sonic 7. There's stack mode. There's other ways you can get around that, which makes Extreme very powerful. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to adjust the speed here. So we have speed controls right here, right? We have direction controls. You can go forward and backwards, right? And we also have a loop mode here. So if you want to loop it, we can say loop mode on. And now, if we're going forwards, now we have an infinite running loop all the way across, okay? Which is really great to see. Now, here's the other thing about Extreme, is that Steinberg has gone over the top here, adding a ton of modulation. For a free synthesizer, it's absolutely amazing. So we have two LFOs here. We have a cross mod LFO, a step mod. I mean, this thing is just stacked, right? So let's just not get ahead of ourselves and start right here at the top. So if you click on the spectral tab, you're gonna find that we have a spectral analysis here. Now that's very interesting, right? However, like I said, Extreme is using spectral filtering. What does that even mean? Well, it's using different parts of the frequency spectrum as a filter, right? You have an actual spectral filter right here on board. So you can click on filter, and as you can see, this white line shows up. And now we can kind of make our own little shape by double clicking, adding some nodes, highlighting certain frequencies, right? And this is not EQing, this is like a filter. This is an actual filter, right? We can shift this around. Oh yeah, love that. So you're actually filtering the sound. It's really cool. We got scale controls, envelope controls. I mean, all kinds of things. They really went over the top with this. So let's go ahead. I mean, if you want to select all these, you can delete them if you want. I mean, it's really quite powerful stuff. So let's go ahead and turn off the spectral filter for now. Go back to the main page. You can see we have pitch controls. We have filter controls. Let's go ahead and filter this out a little bit. It comes loaded with all the usual filters: low pass, high pass, band pass. Oh yeah, there we go. Nice. Now, if we're gonna design a soundscape, of course we need a nice slow attack and a nice long release, right? Where do we find that? Well, we're gonna click on the amp tab right here, and you can see we have a full-on envelope designer right here. So we can go ahead and just extend this out. Let's go ahead and zoom out here using this minus button. It's time in seconds here on the bottom. So we usually like a 3.5, 4 second attack. We'll drag the decay out to something just as comparable, and then we'll lower this down to make like a little mount ambient right here. Looking pretty good, okay. That should work for us. Let's go ahead and do this again. There we go. So they really thought about this stuff. I mean, the fact that you can design all this, I mean, there's like shape controls here. You can start painting in here. Look at all these like envelope shapes here. And this is just the amp envelope menu. You can do that with the LFOs too. I mean, it's extremely powerful, right? Let's go ahead and talk about some of the other controls here. We have position control, right? You can move the playhead all around. We have this really interesting thing called blur time, right? And blur depth. So if you increase the blur depth, it makes this sort of like tremolo effect, which I thought was really interesting. You can increase the time here to make it even slower. Really interesting stuff, right? So if you want that, it works. It's like a tremolo kind of blurring effect, right? If your sample is too, say if your sample is too gritty or something, you can add purity to it, just like this, making a more pure tone. That really helps out on like the nature sounds, crowd noise, things like that. Add some purity, okay? You can make it more gritty if you want to. Oh yeah. Very nice, very nice. Excellent. Now, let's do some modulation here, okay? Like I said, we have 2 LFOs, we have a cross mod LFO, we have a step mod. I mean, it is modulation city here, right? So let's go ahead, and there's a couple different ways you can actually add modulation here. As you can see, when I hover over any of the tabs, it shows up with crosshairs. So I can literally drag LFO1 over to the cutoff, right? And it creates a destination here. That's easy, okay? Very nice. Make it 4/1, 16/4, okay? That's cool. We have fade-in controls, phase controls, right? A random phase, which is really nice, okay? That's one way. The other way is by coming over to the mod matrix. As you can see, we've already created that destination here, but I can select any modulation destination over here. LFO2, cross mod. Let's select LFO2 here, and we'll set that to be the resonance. And we'll go ahead and change LFO2 to like a sample and hold, right? Increase the depth. Oh yeah. Nice. Oh yeah, listen to that. I love that. Now, I have a backing track here. So what we're gonna do is design something around that backing track. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it right now. Very nice, very nice, all right? Now let's check out this cross mod LFO. What is even a cross mod? I've never really seen something like this before. So look at this. We have different rates here, right? And you can see we have different shapes. So you can start combining different rates and different shapes, and it gives you a real-time readout of what this is actually doing right here on the left, right? So we have X, we can see it in X, we can see it in Y. Like, I mean, come on now, Steinberg, you really thought about this, right? This is super cool stuff. I love it. Okay, we can drag this over. We can put this on, say, the speed. X on the speed now. Increase the depth here. Oh, love that. Make it nice and slow. Oh yeah, that's good. So it's a square wave, there we go. Very nice, very nice. Okay, we can adjust the direction or even the position here. Drag Y over to the position, right? Have that running at 1/2, increase the depth, there we go. Oh yeah, listen to that. Oh, I love that. That is so cool. All right, we have a step modulator here, right? So you can just kind of go ahead and make some cool shapes with a step mod. Drag step mod over to, oh my goodness, purity? Why not? There we go. Again, all of this shows up in your modulation matrix, so you can keep track of it all. Look at all this. Look at this. Beautiful stuff. Love it. Okay. We got amp controls here, pan controls, also delay, EQ, and reverb on board, right? Let's go ahead and turn on the EQ. Filter some of those lows out, some of the mids, add some more of that high end. Very nice. Oh yeah, this is sounding great, right? Add some delay here, sync it up, make it a dotted eighth note. Oh yeah, add some feedback, increase the mix. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Oh yeah, right? So not only is this like a time stretching machine, but this is extremely playable too. As you can see, we just created like a lead sound. Really fast. Add some reverb here. Very nice. Increase the mix. There's presets here on the reverb. Very nice to see. Let's start at the init. Add some of that main time. Room size density. Very nice. Oh yeah. Excellent. Frequency controls here. I mean, again, over the top. Can't believe this is free. Okay, now, as I mentioned, this is monophonic. However, there's stack mode here and multi-timbrality. What does that even mean? So let's try stack mode first, okay? So as you can see, when I turn on stack mode here up at the top right-hand corner, we can add octave below, octave above. We're mixing in different waveforms, different copies of the waveforms, right? A fifth. Listen to that. And when I click on the spectral editor, look. Now that we have stack mode activated, multi-copies there. Look at that. It shows up right there in the spectral waveform. So you could edit out or even use a spectral filter on these waveforms. Amazing. That is so cool. Yes. Oh my God. Love it. All right. Now, it wouldn't be a Science of Life tutorial without taking it that one extra step, right? So check this out. Over here on the left-hand side, you might have noticed we have 16 slots. What can we do with these 16 slots? Well, if Extreme is monophonic, what about 16 copies of Extreme? I mean, we're not gonna go that far, but you can do that, right? So let's go ahead and just go to slot 2, right? We can load up Extreme again, and we're gonna choose a preset. How about, ooh, I love this one from the demo, Monk's Awakening, right? Now, here's the thing. When you select Monk's Awakening, up here at the top, at the very top, you'll see it. It's called MIDI input, right? You have a MIDI input lane or a channel, okay? Right now, we're still only hearing Extreme 1, which is the preset that we made. If we select Monk's Awakening and come up here to the top and select channel 1, now watch what happens. Right? So it's Monk's Awakening plus our initial preset. I mean, that's incredible. You can go so much further with this. Let's add another one, okay? Come down to Extreme. Let's add, I don't know, Sanctuary, ooh, or the Shepherd's Song, cinematic, I like that. Shepherd's Song. Come up here, put it back on channel 1. Oh, come on now. Yes, So you can balance this out. So we have our initial preset that we made. We have Monk's Awakening. We have the Shepherd Song. How much further you want to go? Let's keep going. Ooh, yeah, the Swarm. I love that one. Aftermath. Aftermath. Let's do this, all right? Yes, you can mute these, solo these. If we want to solo the monks, we want to mute the monks. I mean, that is just, oh, come on now. And that's just one instance now. We have 3 presets going on right inside of Extreme. So as you can see, I mean, this is extremely powerful stuff here, right? And we didn't even scratch the surface really. I mean, there's so much more modulation you can do, right? You can do spectral filtering, the blur depth, the stacks, like, hats off. Again, Halion Sonic 7 and Extreme is free, so you can go download it right now. You can add it to your own productions. I'm super excited about it. I'm gonna use this on the channel moving forward. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I love hearing from you guys. And I'm super excited about this. I mean, this feels big. This feels like, no pun intended, but it feels massive, like super massive. Do you know what I'm saying? Like a free granular synthesizer for the whole world to use. I mean, this is ambient heaven right here. I'll be back again soon with more ambient walkthroughs and tutorials just like this. In the meantime, take good care, you guys. And as always, keep your heads in the clouds and your feet planted firmly on the ground. My name is Chris from Signs of Life, and I'll see y'all in the next one.